What I learned from going to queer bars 4 nights in a row in San Francisco. What up, internet world? It's your boy Jermaine back with another video. Wow, I have had a blast for the past 4 nights, dude. Like, no joke, a blast. And I've been going to the same queer bar every night. I'm not gonna say the name of this bar because I do want to go back there in the future, right? And I don't necessarily want everyone to know where I hang out at. If you think you know this place, I don't mind if you put it in the comments, but like I said, I just won't say it in the video, and I'm not gonna, comment down below and say, yeah, that's the one, I started the whole 30-day marijuana challenge, and I think a lot of people that follow me on Facebook believe that I am having like a substance abuse problem because I stopped smoking weed. But actually, I don't know. This has nothing to do with weed. Since I stopped smoking weed, I've discovered that there's a whole nother world out there, and I'm having a blast since I stopped smoking weed. I think I will probably greatly extend the 30-day no marijuana challenge because I feel amazing by not smoking weed. So I went out on Sunday night. I went to a particular place in the city that I go to quite often, in the Castro, okay? Went there, and I was all quiet, kind of sitting in a corner. It was a bunch of people around, and I ended up talking to this guy. I don't know what country he's from, but he told me that when he first moved to America, he moved to Memphis. And I was like, what? I'm from Memphis. So bam, right there. That just changed the whole night. So we talked for maybe 20 minutes straight. He was telling me about his experience moving to Memphis. He was telling me how he was riding a bike in Memphis. And come on, if you're watching this video from Memphis, you already know, crazy people ride bikes in Memphis, like for real. Like, it is not the most ideal place to ride a bike, right? So we talked for a minute, and I was having a drink, talking, having a good time, just having a blast, right? So glad I met this dude. And then after that, he left, and then I started talking to a bunch of other people, and then, I definitely started talking to someone who was just like, oh, you're so hot, you're so hot. He was just saying it over and over and over and over. This was a guy, he was like a local, and kind of interesting. When I go to bars, I don't really meet a lot of locals, right? Usually everyone I meet is like a tourist, because locals don't usually talk that much. But this dude was a local, and he was like, yeah, great. And then I met some Asian girls, right, who was just, they were definitely the type of Asian girls that like black dudes, because I can just tell. You can just tell that it's had that vibe, and they're all like, what's up, what's going on? And we go into this other spot over here, you should come, right? And I was thinking, cool, I don't even know, I've never heard of this place, right? I've never been to this place. I'm like, yeah, I'll check it out. And then I realized I didn't have my ID, right? So since I didn't have my ID, I was like, crap, how am I gonna go to this place? So I went through my phone, and I typed in passport on the, have you have your photos on your phone? I typed in passport, right? And I found a passport photo of my passport. So I was thinking, maybe I can just get into the bar with this passport photo. Walk over to the bar, they wouldn't let me in because you need the real thing, you're the real copy, you can't use a photo. In other countries, it's very common that you can take a photo of your passport photo, and then you can get into the bar, but that really doesn't work in America, right? But once again, I don't really go out that much in America, so I wouldn't really know. So I went to that spot, they wouldn't let me in, so I was like, crap, I guess I gotta go home. So I went all the way back home, got my ID, went back to the bar. And when I went back to the bar, since I went there before and they wouldn't let me in because I didn't have the ID, they told me that if you come back, we'll let you in for free. We'll just let you in, right? So cool. So I went back home, went back to the bar. They let me in for free. Cool. I went in, and it was like a Sunday night. And Sunday night's not the busiest night, but when I used to party in the Castro before, Sunday night was always my favorite night, because Sunday night was like a different crowd. Like, it was all the people that work on Friday night and Saturday night, so it was a completely different crowd. Usually a more local crowd. And so I went there, and I was a little nervous. I saw those same Asian girls, I kind of waved at them, didn't really talk to them, but that's totally cool because they got me to come out. And holy cow, Sunday night I had a freaking blast, I had so much fun. I was up in there, and I just had a good time talking to people, just having a blast, right? Ended up jogging home that night. I actually wore shorts and a crop top, looking super hot. If you go out to bars, if you dress a certain way, you're gonna attract a lot of attention. bottom line. And whenever I go out, I'm always wearing shorts. I'm always showing my stomach. That's just how it is. Like, even if it's not a straight bar, like whatever bar, at least if it's in the US. If I'm going out in Europe, I may not dress the same way. If I'm going out in a place like Morocco, I may not dress like that at all. You know, I may wear jeans and a long shirt. You know, it just depends on where I am, you know, in the world, stuff like that. But in San Francisco, you can wear whatever you want, right? And it's kind of funny because I would get on the train. And when I would get on the train, you know, this was when I was going to the bar on Sunday night. Like, it's kind of funny because, like, everybody was checking me out on the train. Like, it was a trip because I didn't have a jacket and it was freezing that night. And I just had, like, you know, crop top on and, like, short shorts. You know, everybody was checking me out. I was like, damn, cool. Okay, all right, awesome. So I went to the bar, you know. And then after, I remember leaving the bar, jogging home, which was crazy. Jumped on the bus in the middle of the night, you know, got back home. And I was like, wow, dude, I had so much fun. And after that, I ended up, you know, waking up super late. I woke up on Monday at like 3 p.m. I slept all day. Woke up at 3 p.m., left the bed, got out of bed, and I realized that I lost my key. Like, that night, I lost my key to get into the building. So that was a disaster. I went back to the bar looking for the key. Got lucky. Anyway, I was feeling like I was feeling tired, so I went back home, went to sleep at like 4 o'clock, right? Around 6 p.m. I was feeling great, so I was like, yo, I definitely don't want to do Uber right now. And I ended up going back out on Monday night because, yo, I didn't do anything all day except for sleep, so I might as well go back out. So I went back out on Monday night, and holy cow. My idea was I'm going to go get a falafel for $13, a falafel wrap for $13. When I was in London, same falafel wrap was like $5, you know. So I go to my spot in the cash show, you know, get a falafel wrap, eat. It was good. It was cool. And then from there, ended up going back to the same bar, right? Club. It wasn't a bar. It was a club. Holy cow. Monday night was not as busy as Sunday night, but I was there maybe an hour, just kind of hanging out. So many people were talking to me. It was just, once again, I was dressed a certain way, you know, legs out, stomach out, showing off that body, right? You know, different pair of shoes, you know what I mean? So many people were talking to me. I was really surprised that when I would go out, how many people actually knew me. Like, it was shocking. Like so many people knew me. Like, waiting in line, people knew me. People working at the bar knew me. Random people at the bar. Now, on Sunday night, I noticed it was a lot more tourists there, right? Because Sunday night, basically everyone I met was a tourist. I didn't meet anyone local. So Monday night was a little bit different. I don't think I met any tourists around Monday night. I met a lot of local people, but like no one from the city. Everyone was like from the East Bay and stuff. And yeah, dude, I had a blast. Now I noticed that this is just one thing about me. Like, I like to dance. I don't really go out to dance, but I really like to dance, and I really like to twerk. I'm just gonna say it. I like to twerk. And when you are a dude and you go out to club and you start twerking, especially if it's not a packed club, you're gonna get a lot of attention, bottom line. And I remember Monday night, like, it was kind of chill. And as soon as I got on the dance floor and started twerking with, like, you know, someone else, everything changed. Like, literally everything changed. Like, Monday night, people were talking to me like, yo, let's dance, let's do this, let's do that. I remember talking to a trans person. I don't know the whole trans dictionary, so I don't know if it was I don't know what trans person it was, but I was talking to someone that was trans, and I was kind of sitting down, and they kind of sit next to me, and they're like, hey, what's going on? Like, I don't really see you here, and what do you know, we kind of, you know, start chatting, right? And the trans person was like, what are you into, right? And I was like, honestly, like, I really like butch lesbians. I like butch women, you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, okay, I see. And I was like, yeah, I was, you know, kind of a little nervous, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really go out that much. I'm shy. I don't think this person knew me at all. You know, I think this person was like just someone that was there, and they were just like, yo, I wanna chat with you because I ain't seen you around, right? And then from there, I you know, ended up talking to other people and hanging out, partying. This was when I was sitting down talking to the trans person here. This was before it got late. Once it got late, I kind of, you know, the dance floor started to get really popping, and It was definitely a lot of, it was kind of like a drag show going on or something like that, you know? And then after the little drag show, there was a lot of dancing going on. It was some dude I met from New Jersey. And bro, this dude was like twerking like crazy, like on all the chicks, right? And he was walking around with like his thong out and stuff. And I was like, I mean, come on, dude. Like, I can't let you take over the club tonight. So like, I kind of start doing the same thing, you know, twerking everywhere and showing off my thong, right? And then after that, it was just like, yo, this is dope. I got posse now, you know? I got meeting so many people. People like, yo, let me get my Instagram. I remember this chick was there. She was like this tall, like black chick. Or when I say black chick, like, I didn't ask pronouns and all that. I know like we live in this like woke culture or whatever, which I'm not woke. I'm awake, but I'm not woke, right? That's different. And this person was definitely not a man. This person was like tall, long hair, you know, with another person that appeared to look like a woman, you know, from my perspective. Once again, I don't know any pronouns, right? And this person was so checking me out like from the distance, and she was like super butch, right? But she was with like this other chick. And then as they were leaving, she was like, yo, or they, or whatever, Fauci, you know, because people now identify as Fauci. This person was just like, yo, let me get your Insta, like, add me on Insta, right? So I like, you know, hold up my phone and, you know, I add them, and I noticed that, whoa, they're like a serious influencer. This was like someone that was like pretty dang cool, you know, someone that was all about basketball and stuff like that. And she totally reminded, or them, Fauci, they kind of reminded me, they kind of remind me of Brittany Griner, right? And I was like, that's dope. And when I was, when they or she or Fauci asked for my Instagram, their partner was so pissed, right? The partner's, why are you talking to him, you know? But, you know, I got the Insta, and then from there, I met this other vegan chick who was super cool. She was talking about how, like, she just got back from South Korea, you know? Definitely got the Insta, right? And then I ended up getting a ride home. Didn't sleep with anyone because, you know, I'm in a relationship, and, you know, I'm not, like, a cheater, and my life is very out there, you know? So I don't want to, you know, be a cheater. I want to be like authentic. I want to be real, you know? So, you know, definitely didn't hook up with anyone. But, oh my gosh, I probably could have went home with like just a number of people that night if I actually wanted to. Believe it or not, the neighborhood I've probably had the most action in with hooking up is not the Castro. It's hands down the freaking Marina. If you guys want me to make a story time about, you know, some hookups in the Marina or some freaks I met in the Marina district, like, let me know in them comments down below. Maybe I'll make a story time talking about the Marina, because, yo, the Marina neighborhood is off the chain, you know. But anyway, back to the, you know, Castro. So that was night 2. Night 3 was, I actually had to wake up early that morning. So I had to wake up early that morning to, like, you know, do something. Worked all day, which I got, you know, somewhat of a good night's sleep. And then went out the third night. Third night was popping too. It wasn't as popping as the second night, and it wasn't as popping as the first night. It's like the first night was the best. The second night was super dope. But then the third night was like, it was okay, you know? So went out the third night, partied, you know, had a good time. You know, definitely did a lot of twerking, you know, because I love to twerk. You know, I know that, like, you know, twerking is like something that women or like chicks or non-men typically do. But yeah, definitely had a blast, right? And third night was, it wasn't that, I don't know, I remember ended up taking the bus home, and, you know, I got on the bus with, you know, and like people on the bus were asking me for my Insta, which was kind of crazy, because like this one dude was sitting across from me, and he was like, bro, what's your Insta? You look like you cool. You look like you do a lot of, like, you got an Insta, you know? So I was like, yeah. And then he added me on Insta, and like someone else in the back was like, yo, let me get your Insta too, you know? And this was like 2 o'clock, no, like 1:40 in the morning, right? And I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy. I get on the bus and people ask me for my Insta, right? So it's so dope. So I do that. And then here comes Thursday. Not Thursday. The fourth night I went out. Actually, the 4th day I had to work, right? I had a completely different job. Went to that job, and holy cow. I haven't did a job. Like, I don't really want to talk about the job too much, but like I basically had to wake up early. I was super tired when I woke up, like exhausted. And then I it was kind of a rough day because I was so tired. I was yawning. And then I ended up going to the show later in the afternoon with Boo. And this show was about basically someone who makes these videos. They found like old videos of San Francisco, and they found little clips and then put them all together and they make like an actual video. And there's no audio, so there's a person on stage talking about all these different clips, and they're really, really old clips, right? And it's just, dude, I had so much fun at that show because I'm a person that creates content about the city, and all of this content was about the city back in the day, and it was just really awesome to go. And I actually got to meet the guy who put this show on, and it was freaking amazing. Like, I had such a good time like at the show. And then afterwards, after that, show, which you probably see it on Instagram, I showed the theater that it was at. This theater was epic. I don't really go to theaters like this, so this was like an epic theater. I'll probably post that theater up on the socials, and after I make this video right now, because that building was dope, like just the inside and all that. And then after that, I went home, charged up both of my phones, right? And then I went back out to the club, okay? Ate a falafel before, went to the club, right? And then I didn't stay that long, right? I was exhausted. My legs were freaking gone, yo. It was so hard to stand up. Because if you go out to the club and you don't go out to the club a lot, and you're standing up the whole time, you're dancing the whole time, man, your legs are gonna get tired. And I did this for 4 nights in a row. Bro, I couldn't take it anymore, dude. I just couldn't. So I was there at 10. The place was packed at 10, yo. And it was I'm not gonna say what night it was because it might give away the club I was at. But it was definitely a different night, and it was packed, and it was I was exhausted. I just couldn't take it anymore. And people were coming up to me saying that yo, this is your 4th night here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to go hard. Since I don't go out that much, I'm trying to figure out what every night's like. If you guys want to know why my jacket's glowing, this is an electric jacket. If you want one of these, they're so dope, yo. Link will be in the description below. But you got to get one of these electric jackets. I mean, people wonder why I'm always riding around with shorts on, because I got this electric jacket on to keep me warm all the time. But anyway, I was there for the 4th night, bro. My legs were so tired, dude. I was like, man, I want to go home. So I ended up leaving maybe at I showed up there at 9:55, right before 10. I stayed there not even an hour, and I just left and went back home, went to sleep. Woke up this morning and I was like, yeah, I felt great. I went to sleep, my legs feel so much better. I can ride a bike, feel great. That was my experience, going out 4 nights in a row. The queer bar is so surprised, how many people know me. I'm really surprised. And my guess is because I look very queer online, and I just started to identify as queer not too long ago, maybe 6 months ago on another social. I don't want to really say the name because it's a little crazy. So I did start to identify as queer, and I wanted to, I don't know, just be more open. So I ended up, going out, and it was really shocking. Walking down the street, and I had people yo, Jermaine, what's up? What's your favorite falafel spot in the city? And it's crazy when you go places and people know you and they know things about you. And then they just bring up these things about you, and you're just yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm a real person. I'm not AI, That was awesome. Definitely not going out. I'm making this video on a Thursday. Definitely not going out tonight. Tonight would probably be popping. But I don't know. It's a different crowd that goes out on Thursday night. It's definitely a different crowd that goes out on Friday night. Definitely a different crowd that goes out on Sunday night. And that's just that's just my little video right now. That's just my that's my 2 cents for today. I just wanted to do a sit down, a little chat with y'all, just talk about my day, talk about my experience the past 4 days going to the queer bars in San Francisco, and that's it. Yeah, I'm done chatting. So if you guys like this video, comment, subscribe. I would imagine a lot of people maybe I'll get a bunch of people unsubscribing, but once again, I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be hiding stuff in the closet and stuff like that, right? So yeah, hiding stuff in the closet. Insane. But anyway, I'm out. Comment, subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Going to queer bars in San Francisco. Comment, subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and peace out, yo.